During this time, alliances were established with other great empires. The priests of Ammonius gained more influence. The balance between religious and military authority became unstable, setting the stage for future conflicts. However, the new kingdom's heritage is not limited to its conquests or monuments. His cultural and spiritual legacy shaped the civilizations that followed. The stories of their pharaohs inspired myths, and their administrative advances laid the foundations for future empires. Ramesses II, with his leadership skills and vision to leave a lasting legacy, symbolizes the splendor and contradictions of this era. Its image engraved into the rock continues to inspire awe, reminding us of the greatness of this period. This chapter of Egyptian history is proof of how power and ambition can build and destroy. The New Kingdom was a period of incomparable greatness, but also a reminder of the fragility of human domination. As we explore its achievements and challenges, we understand that Egypt's legacy not only belongs to the past, but lives on in the collective memory of humanity. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Untold History. See you in the next chapter of Egypt, Legacy of the Gods, where we will continue to explore the events that shaped one of the most fascinating civilizations in history.